Damas y caballeros, welcome to En Mis Tiempos. I'm one of your hosts, George. and hate your job, do it for the rest of your life, be a man. I'm here today with Adrian and Yvette today. Not sure why, but still, I'm still confused on that part. And like we promised, who won that poll? Oh, no. I mean, that poll that we made about 2 months ago.
Yeah, Ruben won.
Ruben,
that's why I'm here.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, thank you for having me, and really proud of you guys. I mean, you stuck with it. Hey, here you are, a year later.
Who would have thought?
Has it changed since we started?
Absolutely. I mean,
Okay,
outside of the atmosphere in here,
yeah.
but just you guys' interaction with everybody, I will say 42 and 44, my favorites. Shout out to Joe, Mr. Joe.
Oh, Mr. Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe. Wait, what was it?
Imagine. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, it was 42. I knew it.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah. I mean, we take 2 months late. You know, it took us a while to actually get you on. I thought we were actually going to get you on for the 1 year, but that some turned into something else. But welcome back. Yvette, someone explain to me what's going on.
Why are you here?
What did he do?
Joe's not feeling well.
Okay. Oh, no, he can't use that excuse.
Do I want to be here?
Of course.
Okay.
I like the Top Gun vibe.
You know, their guests are so influential that I felt like I should wear sunglasses too.
She's doing it. Need to stop her.
Wow. Who are you talking about? Which guest?
Just your last guest.
No, it wasn't the last guest.
Yvette
Tony,
hasn't been very
La
happy
Familia?
without
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah.
He's a great
Which,
guest.
by the way, never mind.
He still doesn't let me touch him. You know, he still doesn't. But
but he let that guy.
no, well, he did.
No, he helped himself.
He helped himself.
And
Tony was
hoorah for him.
Yeah, no, yeah,
It worked.
It worked. It actually, it was.
But
it was
he
nice.
scared you just enough to never
Yeah.
touch the
Yeah.
buttons.
Yeah. And he's got a plastic here over it. So.
no.
Oh no, he took the cover off.
Yeah,
He went ahead and just took it off.
Yeah.
Pulled it
So that
off.
guy was flat out disrespectful.
Wow.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Tony,
Oh my God.
sir,
Tell us how you really feel.
please don't.
Yvette wants us to up our toxicity.
Well, why is that? No, do we not have enough toxicity? I mean, did you not listen to last week's? How we finished?
No, I'm 30 minutes into it.
What?
Oh, okay.
You're not even into
Because
the
y'all
good part.
released it so late.
Hey,
well, maybe
hold
it's
on.
your-
Oh, it definitely ruined my drive to work because that's what I listened to.
Really?
On the way to work, and then I listened to the second half on the way
On
home.
the way home.
A lot of people were saying that.
Yeah, we got a couple messages.
Yeah.
And I think you posted about it. It did get a little bit heated.
Yeah. They're at the tail end.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You need to finish it. But I mean, I was gonna say I didn't talk too much at the end just because I didn't want to make Lise mad or so yeah, I kept a little bit quiet on that part. But yeah, how's everything?
Hey, before we get
Everything's
into
great.
topics, I'd just like to say that the views and expressions by me are my own and not any of the En Mis Tiempos boys, and Yvette and Luis. So if something comes up, I just want to make sure that you guys are covered.
Okay, thank
We're
you.
good.
I like how that's gonna.
He's also trying to cover
And
himself
I like the disclaimer.
Also, I don't associate myself with you guys.
ever.
This is me covering myself legally.
Wow,
I want to
okay.
keep my job.
That's
Wow.
After you said, I don't know if we want to bring it up, but apparently we have a new logo, but if it doesn't like it, you should be able to see it on the what's it called on YouTube and the.
Emergency medical technicians with headphones.
That's exactly what it stands for now.
All right.
That's exactly what I'm not referring to it as anything else. Hey, something happened, and it got me thinking. It was like, because it was weird. Okay, so someone posted something, right? and it was by this person's. It was a guy. He posted decía es like he's posting about a quinceañera, and the quinceañera is like he says hermosa quinceañera, whatever. It was beautiful, whatever. Later on, he put on a text, or he edited it to where he himself put, "My wife got into my account. I don't think it's hermosa. I think it's great." Like just trying not to see himself as a, what he put hermosa. I guess he thinks it's feminine or whatever. That's what I'm taking out of it.
What did you say? You said
Feminine?
Or that he came across creepy?
No. Say the word.
Feminist?
No.
Feminine.
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 I'm saying it wrong.
Anemone.
No. Spell it.
FEM.
No, this ain't a spelling bee.
You can hear spell
No,
it. Go.
we can do a spelling bee.
No, don't do that to me right now. I can't. I can't. FEMIME.
What's the last
Make
letter?
up letters. I am.
N.
Okay.
F feminine.
There you
I
go.
could have sworn you said feminine.
I probably did. I probably
did.
Now that I think about it.
So what is this again?
So what I'm trying to get to is like, are men like? Is there some men that try to do that to where they're try not to seem that way because it takes away their masculinity?
So earlier this week, I actually sent y'all.
Oh my god!
Wait, how'd you say that?
Stop. Anyway,
Femininity.
Spell it.
But I sent y'all this thing because there's a guy on Twitter that anytime someone's like, if you're a real man, you shouldn't be doing XYZ, he's compiling a list. And what was I think it was you can't go swimming if you're over 30 and you're a dude.
and you don't have a girl,
Unless you have a girl.
with you.
Yeah.
You can't go swimming unless you're with a girl.
Yeah.
So on this
If you're
same,
a real man.
yeah,
if you're a real man.
Okay.
So on this same list, he's got a bunch of stuff of like, you can't brush your teeth a certain way if you're a real man. You can't.
And you can't
it's
say
too
good night or
feminine.
something.
Yeah, you can't say good morning to your boys.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Define real man.
Oh, I'm not defining that one.
I think everybody's just gotten a little bit too. They want to critique everything.
Yeah, but I mean, is it wrong for a man to like
No.
be into his feelings? I guess.
No.
Nah.
How about just be a real person?
That's funny you mentioned that man getting into his feelings, because then you start talking about men's mental health.
Okay.
Right? Especially. I'm gonna be now.
I know, I
I'm very
can't.
conscious about what I say now next to Yvette. But especially in the Latino, Chicano, Mexican community, we're taught that, hey, you don't share your feelings, you don't do any of that. So people start talking about that, and this is exactly what it is. I mean, whether it's wrong or I guess whether it's about your personal, how you feel, or you're feeling down or whatever, or even just expressing that, hey, hey, she looks beautiful. Hey, bro, you're looking good, bro.
No.
You
can't talk about
you can't say that now.
You can say that.
Right.
Would it be weird for Fredo to do something like that? Does he?
Tell someone they look good?
No. Like to get into his feelings or something.
Yes, because he doesn't.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think we're
yeah.
asking about the wrong guy.
It's true, right? I don't think he does very often, but at this point in the marriage, do you think it'd be weird, or has it ever happened to him?
He gave me a compliment once,
No way.
and I don't remember what it was, but I remember thinking like, "Are you okay? Are you
I
sick?"
think I can see him giving compliments. But yeah, like you said, Ruben, the whole getting sentimental stuff. Like I had this topic like 3 weeks ago. I don't know, but it was saw this video, and it's about being able to say, have any of you ever, and what was the response if you've said I love you to your dad as being Mexican,
For me, it wasn't until recently.
Really?
And did he say it back?
Recently?
No, recent. I guess in the last couple of years, we've kind of bonded. And so it's now kind of like, hey, Pops, how are you? Hey, okay, talk to you later. Love you. That's it. It wasn't like that before.
Wait, does he tell you he loves you back?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think it's weird for me. It's like,
Well, it's not just you. It's
for in the Mexican culture, right? It's because we're not.
really, yeah, I guess.
I think it was
Is it
before
every
the
culture?
past generation, because this generation I think is different. I've seen a lot of, I guess, my friends and stuff that give more love to their kids, tell them they love them, whatever, show them that cariño that maybe we wanted back then, which at my point I don't think I ever got. I got it, but not to the point where I think someone like me needed it.
Can you?
Is this
tell
the
your
episode
dad?
where we cry?
No, I'm just saying we're talking about. Are we about to?
Can you go to your dad and say, or like if y'all are just by yourselves?
No, it's
be
weird.
Like
I can't.
Dad, I love you.
No, I can't. And
I mean, there was a point where like my dad used to tell me, hey, you're not the dumbest motherfucker in the world, but you better hope that guy doesn't die.
Whoa, okay.
Close to
No,
it.
I'm just
Like
kidding.
until you talk.
Yeah.
No, it's weird because I mean, I've recently they came to visit like 2 weeks ago, my mom and dad, and I usually. It's not that I don't want them here because I do want them here, but it's. I know it's getting very like we're getting touchy,
You didn't
right?
have to say that.
No, they know. I always tell them, and it was weird because I thought about it the whole time. He's like just watching TV or doing some other stuff, and like we never had that type of interaction where I can talk to him. Like I know what I can talk to him about, and if I want to, I'll get into it. But most of the time, I'm just to my side. Even when he was here, I'm like, voy a quedar acá,
Okay, but is this an issue for you because you're bringing this up? Like with you and your dad, you're used to not saying sentimental things to each other. So do you think it's an issue for you now?
Do you do it with your mom?
Yeah, no, tampoco.
Really?
Yeah. Well, no. Okay, with my mom, I do. So
Okay.
I do tell her I love you.
I asked you that because after my mom's passing, I didn't really know my dad
Yeah.
because everything was between me and my mom. Everything was, the communication came through her. Then after that, we started building bridges, communication. That's why I was asking you.
No, with my mom, I think it was still a little bit weird because I don't think she ever, like I don't remember her telling me that very often back then. But now that I'm older, I'm like, since they're so far away, I'll text them. She'll text us in the morning. I'll text her back, whatever. We have a little group chat between me, her, and my sister. But with my dad, it's weird. I don't know. I just never felt like I've had that type of connection, or I still don't think I can.
But do you want it?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
So you want this kind of connection that you want to be able to say, I love you, Dad.
It'd be cool, but I don't.
So you
I don't think.
So let me ask you this.
I can't get
why
to
don't
that
you,
point.
Why don't you just do it?
I can't get to that point. I don't know. It's something. I think what we were like. I want to, but how I grew up, it was something won't let me. I don't know. Something's holding me back. It's
Why don't
weird.
they just do it?
I
mean, it's,
What's the worst? What's the worst that's gonna happen?
yeah, he can tell you, chingos tres.
Look, I know. Tell them on April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
That way you can,
just-
that way you
you
can
have
just
a-
say,
yeah,
oh, just
you
kidding.
know,
in
When
case,
he's like, what the hell are you
case
talking
he
about?
doesn't say-
April Fools. April Fools.
you thought I loved you.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. We were just getting very sentimental, but we were talking about that.
I can see Adrian being able to do that to his dad and his dad reacting positively. But I don't think Adrian would ever do it. But
Well,
his
I've
dad
done it
wouldn't make him
before.
feel stupid about it.
Nah.
Nah, I don't think.
But
it's
you
that
think
well.
your dad would make him feel stupid about it?
No, it's just that I never seen any type of other emotion from him
Then what?
than
Then Mexican.
than a regular Mexican. Like
Yeah. Normal
I think
Mexican
I
dad.
think a lot of the time is especially because we're males, right?
I hope you're watching this.
We're afraid to push open that door. So it's
Yeah.
just a matter of who's going to push it open first.
Yeah, and they don't even know how to react either.
Yeah.
They're gonna freeze up and be like,
And you got to remember how they were raised, right?
Mm.
That's how they try to raise us. So it's just a matter. They just raised us how they thought.
yeah,
was
that's
the
what
best way.
that's what I figured, and that's why I felt like weird about it or okay with it, so to speak. I watched a video where it was like, you want to see kids who were emotionally neglected or whatever. Did I get it right?
Neglected, yes.
"Oh, I just we have a teacher."
I had to ask. I was swear she was looking at me.
I'm listening.
She's like,
And then it cuts to a person playing video games like by themselves. So I'm like, oh, that's me. Yeah, sorry, I was emotional.
No, even to that extent, a few weeks ago, an uncle of mine passed away. And because I've been on the phone with my cousins a lot, I've noticed, like, I've actually sat and thought, like, oh, shit, I just told them I love them, like, when we're hanging up, which obviously as kids never really thought about. And then I started thinking about, like, oh, well, who don't I say it to? And it's at this point, I think I pretty much tell all my friends, like, love you, man, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's this thing, and I'm going to relate it to a boyfriend-girlfriend situation
Okay.
where you break up
Mm.
and then later on you're talking on the phone or you're just talking to them and then you're doing other stuff, but then you say, I love you.
Like,
It's kind of like that.
like it slips out.
Like it,
Yeah,
I
it
think,
just kind of comes out.
I think it gets, you're like still loving that person. I think that's kind of the way, Luis, you were talking
about.
Yeah.
about like family. It's
My
like,
cousins.
you don't ever say it, but oh, now it's coming out.
Yeah.
Like it's a,
Is it because we're
Weird.
getting older?
Like
Probably.
suddenly we're older and there's a trigger that's like, now you say I love you to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to my friends, I tell them,
now
like,
it doesn't mean anything.
I mean, like, whenever I'm playing and we get off, I'm like, hey, love you. And just get off. Good night. It's weird. I don't know.
all of a sudden we love each other at funerals too, right?
Yeah, that's weird, right? Like you're saying,
Like at the funeral.
that people that you don't see very often. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Damn,
And then you're like, I love you.
Oh, I don't. Did they tell you that?
this is the episode
No.
that Joe should
Okay, maybe I've done that.
I mean, for last funeral was I don't think I told people I love you.
So maybe you're the problem.
I am the problem. I am the problem. Ay, ¿por qué?
Yeah. You need to work on healing yourself.
I need a therapist,
It's
honestly.
easier with girls, right? Like, you tell your dad?
Yeah. It's just, but
Yeah.
the thing is, it just comes out.
No.
It's just like you just
Doesn't
say,
mean
okay, I love you, bye.
But okay, younger, was your dad that type to tell you that he loves you, like give you that emotion?
I
or
think with girls it's different.
I'm pretty sure.
For
Yeah,
sure. Like,
Oh, yeah. You're
Yeah,
even,
but it was
even
just
the dad's initiated.
That's
most
that
of the time, too.
toxic masculinity
Yeah,
shit.
but it was more of a like a brainless thing. Like you just, okay, I love you. And then, but you didn't really mean it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just use it like a
That
Like
kinda-
a bye. Yeah.
Mm.
Talk to you later. Talk to you
Yeah.
later. Love you. Bye.
Love you.
yeah,
bye.
it's just part of the
Yeah.
whole
Part of,
buy thing.
I don't know. I just okay. We cooking buttons over there.
it's your OneDrive, Luis.
What's going on?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It sounded from behind me.
Wow.
Oh, look
Oh,
at Joe.
what was it?
Speaking
Joe,
of the
but-
screen.
What about
Okay,
this?
I have some beef with y'all.
Why? What did we
Okay.
do?
So it was you two.
No, it wasn't.
What do we do?
Who was it? Just
Joe.
him?
Joe.
It was Joe?
Just all right. Say what you got.
What is it?
What
Who
happened?
was it? I want to know who it was.
Well,
Hold
you
on,
gotta
tell-
ask a question so
tell-
people
tell
know
us
what
the-
we're
yeah,
talking
people
about.
need
You
to
know
what's
what
up.
I'm talking about.
I
I
don't-
want a name
people
first.
don't know what they're
I want
talking
a
about.
name first, and then I will.
People
I
don't
will,
know what you're talking about.
I know. I will address it
No,
when I
let
get a
them
name
have it.
because
Ruben,
you know what
I
it's
was-
about.
what's
It was
going on.
all of us.
Joe included.
Yes.
What do we do?
What?
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. That's the question.
Okay. There was talk, right? Because I don't ever get to see who the guest is, or I'm never in the loop, right? I don't find out anything about the podcast until it's time to listen to it.
Okay.
But I overheard one day, and I was like, "What?" That y'all were trying to change the podcast logo,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Why?"
Oh, like the whole thing completely? What are you talking about?
Yeah, whose idea was it? Who said we need to change the logo?
I want names.
Okay, I admit I was
I knew
thinking
it
about
was you.
Oh God! Okay.
It was.
She was
It
there.
was.
Okay,
It was. I brought it up a long time ago.
It's been brought up by multiple people because
Yeah.
one, it
Yeah.
got brought up by George because he was like, "Hey, is that the logo that we want to have?" And then Adrian at one point was like, "Well, if we're talking about printing it on hats and stuff, like
Need another one.
we might need to adjust it so that it prints properly."
Thanks, Luis.
that brings me to another point.
Thanks, Luis.
Okay, hold on. So you chose your initial logo. Okay, just as I don't know, Sears, Whataburger, McDonald's.
I've heard this argument before.
Okay.
Okay.
You hang around.
They
Joe too
don't all of
much.
a sudden just change their whole icon into something else.
What she's getting at is what happened with IHOP when they said IHOB.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about.
No.
Nah,
wasn't
that's
that
not. That's not what we're trying to do.
And then I saw yesterday, right? Because I was on the computer in the other room,
You saw it?
and I saw the logo, and it's kind of incomplete. Or maybe it's a slightly different one, and y'all look like eggs.
Yeah, Joe was trying so hard for
Oh
us to
my
be like,
God.
yes, that one. And we were like, no.
You look like
It looked like bowling pins.
We
Yeah.
do the bowling pins.
Okay, so then when I came in, and I was like, okay, at least they cut off the egg part.
Well, he
But
did
then-
it just like what we had.
But then this looks just like what you had.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot simpler.
So why change it?
Because
Did you not like the Spanish on it?
What it?
Well, a
mis
lot of the issues that we
I
have
forgot.
is we want to broaden our audience.
Merchandising?
Yes.
Yeah. So when
It's that one point.
so when
I still need a minute.
people that can't read Spanish,
Wait, are you making
if you come across our podcast, they're gonna be like enemies. Yeah, we're not listening to that.
In my
In my
In my
tiempos,
tiempos.
like no.
Okay.
EMT is more.
I mean, soccer players wouldn't know that.
What's EMT? What's EMT? We were still calling it enemies tiempos.
Okay.
And
Was
we're
that your reasoning behind it, or was it
That was mine.
the look?
That was.
You just didn't like the look?
I didn't like the little splash that we had on the back.
That's
Really?
easy to remove.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
No. I'm not saying. I mean, we tried to we took off the splash and we're like, we're not saying okay. What?
I don't know if anybody can see it.
If you're talking, yeah, point this way.
Okay.
People know what it is.
Yeah, but
Okay, ladies
There's
and
nothing
gentlemen.
wrong with
hold
it.
on.
It's just
EMT, it stands for en mis tiempos,
En mis
okay?
tiempos.
This is like an old school microphone. That's just like a whatever.
Luis.
Did I not?
We actually told them about that one.
So I,
We
I
actually
asked
told them
about
we
the
want that
notches,
mic.
We told them we wanted that mic.
All right.
and
Then-
I got shut down.
The headphones
They're like,
I don't
are a
understand.
lot
I don't
cooler on this
understand.
one than they are on that.
I don't understand why we can't use those same three people here.
I don't know why y'all look like little ladies right there.
okay, all right, she's attacking
Oh,
us.
like George
Holy
Washington.
shit. I literally just saw that.
Oh,
Now that he said it.
Pamela,
Oh, you want to change your logo again?
it's Princess Leia.
This is Joe. Joe
It's a
supposedly is
No.
paying somebody
Don't.
high dollar that couldn't
Because
fucking.
y'all wanted to change
He
it.
couldn't. That person,
that
whoever
what he
he's
told you?
paying,
Wait,
we
hold
need
on.
our money back because it
Hold on.
was
I
an
mean,
egg.
Did y'all pay?
It wasn't-
Did y'all
No.
Venmo him?
No.
Yeah, we'll
No.
Venmo.
Because we didn't even know about it. He's like, I'm paying people. And
know
they
that.
couldn't change that to a freaking bowling pin to this.
If you want to,
I
I
was
was
like, what?
designing it. I was like making my own designs.
I even drew one.
We were drawing them, but he paid them. So I was like, I'm almost done.
The one I did it on my phone while I was in the car. I was like, this is what we need, like something like this.
Ruben, I'm sorry.
So I guess you could have stayed with the same and just changed EMT pod.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Period.
Same people. Yeah.
Well, also, I think
I'm
what
okay with that.
happened
But this
was-
is what was.
I didn't like the splash.
We
Now
went
y'all
back-
look like three little ladies.
We went back and forth so much that Joe was finally like, all right, I'm over this. And
I'm doing
was
it
just
myself.
like,
Yeah.
He's like, how about this one? And then he showed us the original again. We were like,
Y'all could have done another one of those surveys.
What?
That y'all usually do?
survey?
I
What
mean,
were
we
you
don't
doing
have
surveys
to be
with?
settled on this one.
I mean, it's okay. We haven't shown it off. We're not okay. This is the first time
This
we're
is
showing
for
it.
merchandising, and now you want people to wear three little ladies.
It's not ladies. It's Princess Leia.
but you get what we're trying to do, right?
I got your point.
Like-
I appreciate your point because
it's that, and then this looks much better on a shirt, like right here,
Jinx.
yeah,
or on a hat.
Yes.
You know, we can do different things, and we're still gonna use enemies tiempos, write it out and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
whatever.
I think
but-
about imagine EMT and then Emmy Stimples on the back. That'd be cool.
I agree. I agree with your point. I want to go ahead and disagree with you, George,
Why?
because I need some drama.
Okay, what's wrong with it?
Adrian, I agree because en mis tiempos, right? Like your mom, right?
Yeah.
And all the Hispanic, the Spanish speakers, they're going to go in and they're going to try to listen to this, and all of a sudden it's in English.
Yeah,
Right?
we get a lot
So-
of y'all don't even speak Spanish,
Right.
that kind of stuff. But
Oh yeah, tell me more. What else do they say? What other crap do they talk?
Oh, you know.
you know,
Y'all are real Mexican.
Oh, damn.
but we
Okay.
I've heard
but we
that one.
want to
Sounds
keep
awfully
we
loud.
want
So-
to keep
Our
the
hater on
actual name.
Instagram.
You know what I mean?
So that's cool because now, if you have Spanish speaking only people, they're not gonna listen to it, and we don't want those kind of people, do we?
Oh, no, hey, don't do that.
really fast.
So
If
let
you're
me
gonna live in this country,
let me put out the disclaimer that
And
our
Mr.
guest and our
you,
host's
Luis.
wife is not. Her views are not all our views.
Yeah, thank you, Luis. Thank you.
Yeah, we like all people.
especially little women,
Why do you think they look
ladies.
like little women? Why do they look like little
because
women?
they have
That's
like
all
short
I see
little,
now, man.
short little bobs.
Yeah.
They look like
Yeah,
you know.
you're not gonna get it right
Yeah,
off of this.
no.
I'll tell you. Okay, I'll
right.
switch the gears for you.
Please, thank
Because
you.
there's been something that that had me last week, like a midget on a urinal on my toes. I really
And we're
I-
canceled for that.
I really wanted to know or wanted to see if we were gonna get Donnie's picture mugshot. And we did.
Oh man.
Oh,
And we did.
yeah, we did.
But we got it the next day, right?
Was it?
Yeah, it was the following day.
It's nice. It's actually a good picture.
Man,
I didn't think it was gonna
He's
have.
trying too
He
hard.
looks like that angry cat.
Yes. Diabetes cat. It's the.
For anyone that hasn't seen it, which at this point,
You're out of loop. Get out of Emmy's.
It looks. It really looks.
We don't like your kind of people.
Yeah.
That's an album cover right there.
Oh yeah.
That's just a great album cover.
album cover.
Think about it. If you were to put that on the album cover, that's a great picture.
I would.
And I would title it 45.
Oh, that would be good. Oh, that would be a good one. I mean, you don't think?
So did y'all watch the debate?
I watched.
Anybody?
Honestly, I did not know they started.
I didn't even know they're debating yet.
Yeah, I watched. I watched.
For the
It was
primaries?
all. It was all. Yeah, just
is it the primaries?
last week's.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the.
Is
that
it
what it
primaries?
is?
I believe
Yeah.
so. No, I didn't watch it. I watched the highlights of Ron DeSantis
Oh my
trying
God.
to smile.
Trying to
Oh, that
smile.
guy's an idiot.
I mean, why?
He
Is
was
there
like
stuff
the
he said?
biggest,
Have
the
you
biggest
listened
loser
to
of
him?
the.
No, you're
Yeah.
right. And then I saw that new kid that's like,
Ramaswamy.
is that his name?
Ramaswamy.
Yeah, that
That supposedly trying to do pull a Barack Obama and try to get in the race.
he's got one of these faces that just so punchable.
Yeah.
You don't like him?
Oh, I can't fucking stand that dude.
I mean,
Also, he keeps repeating all the same bullshit that everyone else does, and he's claiming that he's different, and
he's just the same.
Yeah.
it's the exact same as everyone else. But
What did you think?
I'm so over politics now, man.
All right. So
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're Democrat, Republican. They're all getting paid by lobbyists.
I'm I'm a Texan, so
Yeah.
what did y'all think? Something cool. What did y'all think about Oliver Anthony and the song? Did y'all hear that?
the song that he posted.
Oh, I have not. I heard about it, but I have not heard it.
Richmond, north of Richmond.
Can you
North of
pull up the
Richmond.
lyrics? Because I don't remember what it says, but
Did you listen to it? Do you know about it?
No.
So
Yeah.
this guy made the song Rich Men, north of Richmond, which is where he lives, I think.
Virginia,
And-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Virginia.
So
So Richmond, north of Richmond.
Yeah.
Okay.
which is Washington. So he's talking about all the Washington guys. So they played his song during the debate, and they were like, "What do you think about, his song and how
And everyone
it
loved
just
it.
shot up? It just shot up. It was shooting up before that. It was
Well, no,
getting really
it shot
popular.
up because they put money. Someone put. It was already exposed that people put money behind it, and that's why it got the exposure it did.
Yeah, so it was already kind of famous. It was getting famous, and then it really got famous after that. They showed it there.
I wonder if it was John Rich because he kept coming on like news reports that, I really like this guy. I'm kind of coaching him. So because a lot of
Who's that?
from Big and Rich,
From Big
he's
and
a
Rich,
country singer.
oh, okay.
Yeah, Yeah, so he was all, hey,
Also
yeah, I really
very
like this
devout
guy.
Yeah.
Republican.
I could've-
Yeah.
No, none of that's true. I don't think.
No,
Because
it
this
was a
guy's,
firm
I
that
believe this guy.
it was a firm that made the whole point of the company is they take someone's post or whatever and they blow it up and make sure that millions of people see it. That it turns out that this one guy was like, "Oh, I heard this song, let me blow it up," and then it just blew up in the Republican circle.
Okay.
So the song, he put a post afterwards. He was like, "This is funny because, this song is actually about all those guys that
That
are
were
saying
up on stage.
they're all like, oh yeah, this is good old boy song of talking about Washington.
They are the
Biden,
rich men north
and all
of
this, but
Richmond.
they're actually the song. He was like, the song was actually about them. So he's laughing. He's like, this is about all politicians,
Right.
not just them. So he's just like, but whatever. But he's been offered a lot of money to record.
To record it.
Yeah, to
Because he just put it
do
on
a bunch
YouTube,
of
right?
stuff. But he's like, I don't want that money. He's like, I just want to hang out in the woods.
Same.
He goes to his concert and he has like all his dogs with him. Like he has like 6 dogs. They just walk him. Like
Really?
it's funny. He's just
Your brother.
a wood guy.
The only thing about that song is that there's a couple lyrics in there that go after people on welfare, because he says that all they're doing is they're purchasing fudge rounds with their welfare money, and everyone's like, why did you even have to put that in?
For real.
Like, it
For
comes
real.
out-
Why are you talking to them about them?
I need to hear this song.
Play the first, I guess the beginning of it.
Lord, these rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they
But,
all just wanted to have total control.
But yeah, he's just he does little concerts, I guess, in this little town, and there used to be nobody there.
Oh, that's not the song?
It used to
That
be
is not the
nobody
That was
there, and
it
now it's
first.
like freaking packed. So he's getting pretty famous.
Been selling my soul, working all day,
He's got a nice voice.
overtime
Right?
hours,
Yeah, he does have a good voice.
bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away.
This is right up Joe's alley.
Damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in.
I like that he's making this song and not trying to get anything out of it, because he's just like, whatever.
Well, he's been doing it forever.
Oh, okay.
It's just this one got famous.
You said,
Yeah.
what's his name?
What's his name?
Go-
Anthony Oliver?
Oliver
Anthony
Anthony.
Oliver. Oliver Anthony.
I think
Oh,
that's
he's
just a
like
stage
George.
name.
Robert George.
Yeah. 2 first names.
Oh, Robert.
Which was also a good episode.
Okay,
y'all had-
why you go back?
Right.
Yeah. Also
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was a good episode.
underrated.
Right.
Just like Ashley's.
Just like, who?
Ashley's.
Well, you know,
Ashley's was good.
the other thing that happened last week, and I don't know if you guys caught it, but India landed on the moon.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was
And
fake.
I have a couple
Just
of
like
things
the
about
real-
that.
I mean.
First of all, I didn't know that India had possession of the Galaga, the arcade
know the
fighter.
Galaga was real?
And number 2, how do you get a photographer out there first to see the landing? So
Well, they
I'm-
didn't,
Oh.
which is why it looked like they.
Oh, okay.
It looked like they just.
Did you
got,
watch it?
No. No.
So
Oh
that
my
was
God.
so that was like a what is it?
It
With
looked like they were showing.
They were showing
their
how it-
simulation,
the simulation
or like
of it.
whatever.
No,
of it
wait.
landing while it was actually happening in real life.
Okay. So they try to make it, they believe that they did land or whatever.
Well, they
They're just trying to make them people.
supposedly
in the
they
world
did,
believe.
but they were showing a video of it showing it landing, but that's not video.
It's
of
not
it.
No,
live
yeah.
video.
Like, it was
it's
just-
the computer.
this is what's
Yeah,
going on.
just like a,
You know
a
what I mean?
simulation, I guess.
But when you see it at first,
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
what?
Yeah, I kept thinking, wait a minute. Is this an arcade game?
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, it just looked really bad.
Watching
feel like they
that
could've
video
done better.
on screen and then watching everyone in the crowd clapping, I was like, this looks so bad. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like you're doing it at all.
I mean, That's
Great
what I was
video.
trying. Now I get it. Okay. I thought they actually believed that they landed on the moon. They don't
No,
believe
they
that.
Well,
landed.
they went to the moon. Yeah.
Oh no, but they sent a rover up there. It wasn't
with
actually.
people with people in it.
There's people.
No, should stop. Y'all trying to. What are you
No, there's
there's
people.
not.
Astronauts.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get
there's
him.
some people.
Get him.
Astronaut.
Astronauts.
You said Aus-
Astronaut.
English is my
It's
second
It's because from
language.
Aussies. They're Aussies. Aussies. They're from Australia. That's why.
Okay,
¿Qué pasó?
So yes, they did go.
I have an issue, guys.
Supposedly.
Another issue? What's the other issue?
Yesterday I was sleep
Okay.
deprived.
I think it's just
what?
the
This
Oh,
is-
but I haven't done the other issue that I have.
You were sleeping. You had 2 issues? What's the first issue?
Okay, but I want to talk about this current issue.
Wait, there's no people in the spacecraft, by the way.
No?
They just landed
Oh.
the spacecraft on the moon.
So we're not going to give India props.
No.
They're fourth to make it up there. Good
To
job.
throw
They're
something
the,
at
Okay,
it.
who are- who are
they're
the-
the fourth
Okay,
country
George.
to fake a landing.
George,
Oh, God.
who are the 4 countries?
USA, Russia, and
USSR.
okay.
Do you know who USSR is?
Yeah, it's what Russia used to be.
Oh,
Why are y'all thinking I'm dumb?
he's so smart.
I mean,
Okay,
history
okay.
has shown us.
USA, Russia,
History buff.
Yeah. Kim Jong Un. No, China.
Yeah,
China. I'm not wrong.
he's not.
China?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Final answer.
China.
And India?
Now
No,
India.
no. I guess in India, if you want to throw that in there, I guess. Go with your first issue. Give us your
All
first
right,
issue.
what were you
please.
say? What were you gonna
What do
say?
we do?
My first issue,
Well,
and
this
I'm going to
is
say it. This is after one.
Yvette's issues day.
Pour her another glass of wine.
She's just been writing them
get
down.
more-
Let's go.
Y'all overrated the
What?
La Familia guy.
Overrated? Like we.
Like he or y'all liked him too much.
Whoa. Don't talk about Tony like that.
It was a very
I can't believe you're
lighthearted
talking about
I said
Tony
episode.
like
Tony
that.
and Jesse were cool.
I said it. I said it.
All right.
No, but you
What
can't
do you
say
mean?
that.
What do you
and
mean
not
you-
back
He
it
you
up.
like
sounded
him
like
too
he
much?
sounded like a youth pastor the
You
entire time.
You didn't
No.
like it because it is toxica.
Because you
And
don't
you
like
like drama.
church? And because you like drama? Is that why you hated him?
Say something.
You know I'm not dramatic.
Well, at
So-
times.
I'm not dramatic.
She secretly loves Chewy.
So, what
Okay.
what did they do that made you think that they liked him too much?
He was too. Oh, Joe is. Oh, okay. If you look at the video, Joe is like so in agreement with him.
It's a first, right?
And he was like, Joe was in church. And you know Joe doesn't go to church.
I know.
Right? He was like, yes, yes,
Wow.
with his hands
You know,
lifted.
listen. She's not wrong when you compare it to episode 42. Because in episode 42, Joel was throwing F-bombs.
Yeah.
No,
that's true.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yo, we've seen
Which
all
Joe
of
was,
those
he was.
personalities.
Episode 42. Now, let me tell you about, and I'm not toxica,
Hey,
right? Okay. So this guy
Adrian,
had
are
me
you
so
agreeing?
stressed out. I had
No.
a big ball of stress in my stomach,
okay.
right?
And you love it.
I'm a
Wait, which
positive
one?
person.
Uh-huh.
what episode?
The 42.
Chewy.
Okay.
The imaginary. Yeah. So I had a big ball of stress, right? But I couldn't stop listening,
Big ball of stress. Yeah.
right?
You should have just wanted to hate him more.
I just,
I feel like that's what everyone.
I think,
what the hell is wrong with this guy?
I think all the single mothers out there had a ball of stress with that episode.
Yeah. I mean,
I agree with him.
It
Like,
was
no,
hold
I
on.
agree with him because
on what part?
because if you were going to ideally, right, in your mind, you're not going to think, oh, the perfect woman for me would be someone who has 5 kids,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, depends on the man,
Unless you
apparently.
can't have kids,
Unless you can't. Yeah. Okay.
right? And you want a family, then that would be the ideal person for you, right? But
The way you said it,
the way he
you
was
went about it.
talking, yeah, it was very machista, very rooted in his beliefs, like Mexican beliefs. Like, you don't do that. That's how I was raised.
That's
right?
how you. Okay.
That's how I was raised, because I'm gonna tell you, when Joe, because when I started dating Joe, right, he had a child, and I was like, oh crap, how am I gonna tell my parents? Like, he's got a kid.
What did they tell you?
I don't think they told me anything.
Really?
Or nomás que, y tiene niña, y ya tiene familia.
Ya tiene familia.
So,
Yeah.
so they told you that.
I don't remember. I mean,
Okay.
that was 20 years ago.
Was it something that you, like, before they met him, like, you were like, oh, damn, they're going to say this, they're going to,
my parents raised me with, you're not going to marry someone that already has a family. You're going to marry someone that doesn't have, a child or whatever.
So same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they told you too?
No.
Oh.
No. What about you, Ruben?
So, and because, for example, it's the same issue that Jeanette had when I started dating her.
Okay.
When I started dating her, like, my mom was a real in your face person. She pretty much told Jeanette straight up, hey, don't even bother with my son, because he comes as a package. He's got a son. Right. And so, yeah, they and I don't think our culture really says that to talk down about people who have had kids. I think it's more of be careful. There's challenges that you're going to have that you don't have under normal circumstances.
There's baby mama drama that could be possible.
Right.
Okay.
That's. But I think that's what it is.
That it's just trying to protect their
That they don't want them to go through some adversities that they feel that they don't need to.
I got you.
That's what I think it is.
I see what you're saying. I don't my
think
mom never taught me anything like that.
I can see how some families, totally like that.
So you like the episode, but
that episode. You guys kept talking about how he agreed with, or you agreed with some of the things that he said, but not in the way he presented them. And it's funny because I was looking at something, and it's called, and I pulled it up just because of that episode. It's called the 738-55 rule. And basically, 738-55 rule. Okay. And basically, it says that 7% of all communication is done through verbal communication, words that we speak, whereas nonverbal components of our daily communication, such as the tonality of our voice, make up 38%, and 55% of the speaker's body language and facial expressions. And that was very clear in that episode. I mean, no, it was. Because he started stancing like this. His tone was very direct. Yeah. And so that's where it came, and that's where he kind of lost the message.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I think that's what we brought up a lot, because it felt like he was trying to force that type of message on us, and Joe obviously is not the type to accept it. Yeah.
Well, and Joe's not that he would. Joe
Unless
does.
it's Jesus.
He so the one thing that Joe has is that he's gonna try and counter, with everything, even because he does it, when we're together, try to get different perspectives. I don't think he was doing it to attack. It was just okay.
Not at the beginning.
Look at it all the way around.
Not at the start.
Not at the start.
It eventually became that because the homeboy was like, "No, I'm right."
Yeah, because at the end, after
I do feel a lot of times they misunderstood each other because Joe talks really fast and he was using big words. And
good job at that.
And Chewy was set on his words, but because he's been preaching the same words to a lot of different people, and I think he was just like, well, this is how I understand this word to I'm not saying he's not a dumb guy though.
So I don't think he's ever been challenged like that.
So I did look up the effer.
His podcast?
Yeah. And his one friend, I don't think he has it anymore. I don't know.
No.
But the guy that he was talking with, he was always just in agreement.
Yeah, you can't.
So he was preaching to the choir. Or he was just like, okay, I'm not gonna.
And I think that's how it started.
You.
I think he does that delivers his message outside, to his friends or whatever. And I think he kind of grabbed his attention, and then that's how he's like, you gotta put this on,
I think sometimes like this message,
selling
like,
the message.
it's good in some senses, but like we said, you just need to deliver it better. So
Yeah, I mean, Joe was right on that part. He was telling me, if you switch up some words and kind of sell it this way or that way, might make more sense. But
Then
he was
towards-
set in his ways, and you
Towards
weren't
the
gonna
end
change
of
it.
that episode, that 38:55 rule
yeah.
applied because Joe just stopped talking.
Did you notice that?
And I was like, why did he stop?
Oh, he was pissed.
Oh,
He was pissed.
his non-words
Yeah.
said a lot.
Yeah, no, we definitely.
Yeah.
And a little point of time we've been like,
So I wasn't even listening. I wasn't even listening to Chewy anymore. I was listening to Joe not talk.
you saw it though.
The
I remember
silence.
the moment it stopped. I'm like, oh damn. I was like, okay, let's go, manager, take over. No.
Yeah, and then he was just sitting there, and he was not talking, and because he was not talking, and I guess he had just shaved his head because it was glistening. Man, he's just steaming.
Yeah, he was sweating a lot that day.
we expected a
Especially
fight that
not
day for
that.
some reason. I know. I was like,
The tension that he was
at
crazy.
the beginning, I mean, I was at the point like, if we had to, no.
Yeah, but because I wanted to, props to you guys for having this, but then we go to episode 44 because I'm telling you, I listened to your episode.
Love that.
I want to tell Mr. Joe, and I know you talked
Yeah.
to Mr. Joe. Hey, you're welcome for the Riverside Girls. They're good to go.
Mr. Joe, also, I'm sorry I haven't responded to some messages.
It's
Okay,
funny
and
because
Mr. Joe.
It's funny because Mr. Joe
Was
in
a-
last, what was it, couple of weeks?
Two
There were
2 weeks ago.
The two religious people that we've had on the podcast, like,
Yeah.
and Joe's been,
The least.
he's been good.
You know what?
He's just neutral. But
Not
I
always,
did,
but not on Facebook.
but I,
with
no, I don't
Mr.
follow
Joe.
him on Facebook.
Well, you know about Mr. Joe and Joe,
Well,
right?
wait, you don't follow
On Facebook?
I just a
They
little
apparently
bit.
got into it.
You don't follow him?
You know about it.
Yeah, I was there.
No, I don't know about Joe and Mr. Joe going at it.
Oh, okay,
No.
okay.
Are y'all
But
gonna
I did see
screenshot
Mr.
it
Joe
and-
at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
What restaurant?
I saw him.
Hooters?
Peppers.
Peppers.
Oh yeah.
If you ever
Peppers.
visit Mesquite, Texas,
Go
go,
to
to Peppers.
Yeah, been there.
Yeah.
Fuck
Good.
sure. Go
Okay,
to
guys,
Peppers.
look, I don't know why y'all like that place. It's not that great.
It's fucking good.
No, it's good.
It's all
Where
right.
the hell do you go for breakfast in Mesquite?
Dos Panchas.
The fuck?
Have y'all ever been to Dos Panchas?
1, 2.
This place Dos Panchas. They make this. I always ask for what is a chimichanga dia?
It's on Broad Street.
It's not Mexican.
It's a big burrito.
It's a fried
that's
burrito.
Fried.
Okay, that's a fried burrito. Here, it's not a fried burrito. It's a bowl with chicken and like frijoles.
This looks
and-
like fucking
it was so
Tex-Mex.
delicious.
It probably is, Luis.
Okay, where is it located?
In
On
downtown
Broad-
Mesquite.
George is
Okay.
Downtown Mesquite,
so
ladies and gentlemen, if you live in
Tex-Mex.
Mesquite, visit Dos Panchas. But actually,
How
you know
much
what?
do they pay you?
Well, nothing. You know what? Their service is so bad. They have one lady, and that lady can only take she's the only one that can take orders. And then like
I already don't want to go to this place.
it's so annoying, but it's good.
Don't.
Yeah.
No. I'm looking
How does
at
it
this.
look, Luis?
It looks like Tex-Mex.
It looks like it
Tex-Mex.
looks amazing.
It looks like Tex-Mex. I'm
Luis,
out.
we're gonna need you to go to those panchas. Give us a review.
I mean, I'll go,
Give
but
us a review.
He's already disappointed.
I'm
Honestly-
already disappointed from the pictures.
You know,
so-
Joe, George, and Adrian will Venmo you some cash money to
Okay.
give a review.
Wait, hold on.
If I go to a
know about
Tex-Mex
that.
place, I'm ordering fajitas and that's it.
I just want to know
Why
what
fajitas?
this is.
That's all I get at Tex-Mex places.
What is that?
that's a
What is that?
flauta. That's a flauta nachos. What's it called? Appetizers.
What?
Let's look at the front of
What
the
the
place real quick. Let's judge it.
Oh, no.
Let's judge it.
Look at that. It looks like authentic Mexican. It's run by authentic Mexicans.
That looks like authentic Mexican from like McKinney.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
old McKinney.
So
I want to change the subject.
go ahead. What's your
What other guests did you not like?
second fault or what else?
My other thing is I have a spousal issue.
Oh, what's going on?
What's
going on with him?
Do tell.
Spousal
Do tell.
issue?
Do tell. I like Chisme. We love Chisme here at En Mis Tiempos.
I think I know what it is.
Is this about
Oh.
your spouse or some?
I want to hear what y'all think my spousal issue
No,
is.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
you don't
say
think
anything.
it's not about
Adrian,
you?
you think you know what is it?
I'm not gonna say anything.
I want to know.
You're not gonna get it.
I have no idea.
Your spouse issue with him?
Yeah, what do you think my
Is your
Spousal
spousal issue
issue.
have to do with this podcast?
no?
Oh,
That
Then,
you,
yeah, I don't
that you
know.
have too many dogs. Oh my god.
That Joe has too many dogs?
Yeah. Oh,
No.
is there not your dogs?
No, I have an issue with my spouse. So, what is my issue with Joe?
I mean, está feo.
Uh,
Está cabezón.
oh no, he's cute. He's real cute.
Okay. You like it when he cuts his hair? Like bald when he shaves it?
He has
fine.
no choice.
He's fine. What'd you say?
He doesn't have a choice. Why are you laughing, Yvette?
He's laughing so hard. I'm laughing at him, laughing at that.
Because he doesn't have
But
hair?
it fits him well.
Yeah, it's fine.
A lot of people can't just.
Pull that off. You're right. I can't.
He's had so many looks, but
I think it's that he doesn't.
yeah. Oh.
Oh, you're gonna guess?
That he. No, I want to say
Dude,
that he doesn't go out
do
much. Do much? I don't know.
I think
Do
it's
you know,
it
Joe?
might be the opposite of that.
I was
but
about
don't
to say,
think
he does
that's
too
what
much.
it is.
So what's the issue?
No, I want y'all to guess. What do you think my issue would be with?
I have
With
no
Joe.
idea.
that he
Oh, he's perfect.
that he never cooks.
He
does
cooks.
cook. He's
Do you know, Joe?
I know.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Reese,
I don't know. He
He leaves the toilet up, seat up.
wears the same clothes
no,
all
he
the
sits
time.
to pee.
Oh.
Yo,
Well,
if I'm at home, I'm sitting to pee.
No, do y'all sit to pee?
Hell yeah, I do. If I'm at home, I sit to pee.
You
yeah.
tuck it in.
I
Luis,
actually do.
what?
If I am at home,
Luis, no, you don't.
there is no reason for me to stand up.
Luis, what?
If that's the
Look,
only thing you're
wait,
gonna do,
wait,
you're gonna
question.
stand up.
Question: Do you clean your toilet?
Yes.
George.
Yeah.
yeah. So then you sprinkle because
Yeah.
We all
exactly.
sprinkle.
We all sprinkle. But I'm saying I'm not gonna sit the pee
If you're at home, why not?
yeah.
because I'm trying to
I
get
feel
in and
like
out.
Who are you
I
trying
feel
to
like
impress?
it's easier now because
So if you're a real man, you
because
stand.
of phones.
Yeah,
If you're a real
Oh,
man,
because of phones.
Now that we're men,
I feel like that kind of tilts it a little bit,
Okay.
but
we change our underwear. Now that we're men,
I don't know. At home, I just feel like if
Okay.
it's a toilet, I'm probably gonna sit on it. If it's a you don't know, I'm not gonna sit on it.
Look, half the time I go to the restroom to get away from my work, and I work from home, and so I'm just like, wait,
With your wife.
she's in the
La
opposite side of the.
tóxica ira.
oh, it's on the opposite.
so hey, listen, if you sit down to pee, what the hell? I mean, my bathroom's an internet cafe.
Okay.
So I sit down.
An internet
Yeah.
cafe.
Yeah, because I'm usually on the phone.
Literally on the.
That's why nobody will come bother me.
If you're, but not the pee.
No,
Why
but
not?
usually you go in and you sit.
I want to hear your argument.
Because I don't need to.
Since we're speaking about the bathroom, did you know that when you say the word poop, it's like the same thing that your butthole does?
Wait, what?
Just random thoughts.
It's a
The
onomatopoeia.
What is it?
You learned onomatopoeia since like 3rd grade.
Probably, but I just don't
Remember, it's words that sound like what they are. So, bzz,
buzzing.
buzz.
So that's where Joe's getting the big words.
All right. So what is it, Yvette?
What is it?
No, I want to hear what y'all think Joe's
Oh
issue is.
my gosh.
Okay.
I want y'all to talk crap about
He
Joe
leaves,
first.
he leaves the toilet up. I don't know.
No.
He,
So the problem is that you're not going to get it because you got a group of guys.
He doesn't change his
that
shirt.
It's,
I want
it's
y'all to
bro
talk
code.
crap about Joe.
he doesn't change his
Oh,
shirt.
he's got bro code?
It's bro
Well,
code.
it's bro
not
code.
to-
You can't
yeah.
talk. You
I
can't
don't
talk
know
bad
what
about
I
him.
would say that.
No, you know what? And screw y'all because when Luis went to use the restroom one time 2 episodes ago,
Okay.
you're like, he has to pee all the time. Blah, blah, blah. He must have a little bladder. Blah, blah, blah. And then
That was
Yeah,
good,
was it?
good
That's
content.
not talking shit. That's a real thing. I got a
What did you
small
say?
eye. I've gotten it checked
What was
out.
wrong with that?
What is it?
We're just telling him that he does.
Joe has a snoring problem.
Oh my God! Really?
Oh.
Really?
I can't
snor-
sleep. I can't sleep.
Oh, that's why you have their.
I can't sleep. And
Is
then
that
y'all
why you
accuse
nap all
me
the
of
time?
always wanting to sleep.
That's why you take.
Oh,
Anyway,
shit.
so then I start
So
shopping.
that's your excuse?
It makes sense.
I started shopping on Amazon.
Yvette, I've known you to take naps forever.
But that's
Joe
what she
has
does.
snored.
Forever?
So,
Earplugs don't work for you.
We're going to have
so
to talk to Joe
I'll
about
tell
this.
you this. So, I snore
Okay.
badly.
Oh.
How does Jeanette deal with this? Tell us.
Okay, well, Jeanette
Pillow.
doesn't deal with it because
Pillow
I have a
over there.
CPAP machine.
What?
What's
I
that?
have a CPAP machine.
A pap smear machine?
No, not a pap smear machine. That's entirely down south.
Is that like?
Oh, that's different. That's different.
No, a CPAP machine. So
Wrong hole.
I used to snore really bad, and so at first, I used to sleep towards her feet because you know hey.
Y'all
and then-
slept 69.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. There you go. So and even then she would go like, "Hey, you're gonna goddamn die. Te vas a morir, cabrón." And she'd be like, "You weren't breathing." So I went to I did a sleep study.
Did you?
Yeah, I did a sleep study, and it's fun. It's not funny because I was already starting to get a lot of brain fog and I couldn't function. And the guy tells me, he goes, "Dude, you wake up more than 3,000 times an hour."
Holy shit.
Meaning that for the longest time, I hadn't even had dreams. Like I didn't dream because I never got to the REM state. So you go to this sleep study.
What?
The first time you go, they measure how you sleep, right? Do you lose oxygen, whatever. Then you go the second time and they put this mask on you and it's blowing constant air to keep your airway open.
Okay.
And then they adjust it, and then finally you buy the machine, they adjust it, and then when you take it home, you just put it on, put a little bit of water so it doesn't dry up your throat, and you sleep. And dude, best machine ever.
Really?
I sleep straight through. I have
Is
erotic
it-
dreams. I have all sorts of dreams.
Is
Oh,
it
well,
noisy?
you're catching up.
Dude,
You're catching up since your teenage years.
Dude, I got lucid dreams where like I can dream within the dream and I can make my own choices. It's like those old
The
books.
Quest?
Yeah, it's like those old books. Choose this and turn to page 32.
Oh, I remember those.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember those.
Oh yeah, man. I'm telling you. So yeah, if you want it to go away, it's not going to go away.
How noisy is it though?
It's not. It's not at all.
No, I'd imagine a machine because I mean
The machine is about this big. It's about this big, and you can either opt to have the mask that covers your entire nose and mouth, or there's one where it just covers your nose. It's right here. It just goes right here.
because
So
as
which
a
one do you
kid,
have?
I have the one that just right
Just
here.
your nose.
Just my nose.
as a kid,
So
I
when-
had asthma, so my first thought is the nebulizer, the machine or
There you
whatever,
go.
and that shit was fucking
Yeah.
loud.
No. These things you don't hear them. Okay. They're so updated. So there's a running joke in my house where when I get ready to go to sleep, because not only do I put that on, I listen to what's called binaural beats to soothe me to sleep.
Okay.
And I put these. I bought these like masks. It's got it speakers, and then I put my YouTube, and it runs it right. So my daughter will come in. Oh, Dad's getting ready, all suited up for Top Gun, and I got my shit here, and I got my goggles.
And that's also when Jeanette knows she's not getting lucky.
That's right. Ahora no hay función.
She's like, shinga.
Just when I was in the mood.
That's it. So that helps you.
I actually have to tell her, hey, si va a haber función, dime ya. Si no, a la chingada.
Dang.
Putting my shit up.
That's not even fair because you can be like in the morning, you know,
Oh.
talking or like even in the morning, you know, just talking to each other and be like, pero vas a ver en la noche.
So what Yvette's talking about
Yeah.
is el mañanero.
And my-
No. You're just, you know, you just have your conversations
Yeah.
and then you're just like, pero vas a ver en la noche, cabrona, or something, you know, and then you just go to sleep.
Nothing.
So what about all that shit you're talking?
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Sorry about that.
So
I'm tired.
So yeah, I mean, if he does a sleep study, they'll tell him they'll give him the machine. It's not loud at all. You
I don't
can't even
think
hear
he'll
it.
wear it. Would he?
Joe's too proud.
Listen,
He won't even wear a mouth guard.
So listen, here's the thing.
Like to open your airways.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to do it. But when I went, I said, you know what? What's it going to hurt? You know, insurance is going to pay for it. Da, da, da.
I was about to say, because they asked me to do it. But go on.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, like the first couple of weeks, I slept like, number one, Jeanette got a lot of sleep. You know, that was number one. She was happy about it. Then number two, I was just like, damn, I wake up and I'm not tired anymore.
Yeah.
Like I can go and I don't have this brain fog and all this. So it works.
It trips me out that he said that you wake up 3,000. You used to wake up 3,000 times.
Well,
and
what does that mean? Yeah.
Let me. Yeah. So 3,000 times a night doesn't mean that I actually woke up.
Oh, okay.
It simply means that the brain said, "Hey, dumbass, you ain't breathing," and you go like in between that sleep, like in between sleep. You're not fully awake, but you kind of just do that.
But wait, he didn't really do that 3,000.
Oh yeah, it was documented on the because they put
So
all sorts of
In an
sensors
hour,
on it.
or is it
An hour. Oh,
So
I have
all
the report.
the little things that woke you up, like that's 3,000 things that.
No, 3,000
happened.
times that I stopped breathing.
Oh my gosh, Ruben, how long did you do that for?
Oh, dude,
Might as
did
well
it for
stay
like
awake, Ruben.
Oh yeah, yeah, for like I think it must have been 4 or 5 years
Oh, okay.
that I was snoring and all that. I was just tired all the time, and then finally I said, you know what? I can't do this.
You think Fredo's really proud of like to not wear that stuff?
Joe's proud.
he
Joe's a
won't-
proud man.
He won't wear it.
Joe's a proud
But,
man.
Isn't there like something you can put
There
on your
are
nose?
strips. There are strips.
Yeah, the strips.
And he has used them, but we ran out.
Oh,
And
Did
then
they
he just
work?
never bought
Amazon
them again?
apparently doesn't.
Kind of, not.
I have Amazon
The-
boxes
I
outside
was
of
about
our
to say,
friend
Amazon
needs
doesn't come to
to-
your house?
one friend.
Did y'all ever consider like first you and then
But you also, George,
separate beds? Or
like
separate
I Love
rooms?
Lucy.
Yeah,
exactly like that.
I always remember that.
Well, it
Joe
doesn't
gets
matter because
offended. Joe gets offended if he can come to the couch. But if I leave, I
He
feel
gets-
like he gets offended if I leave.
Yeah,
What?
I
If
see
he
that.
leaves the couch?
Maybe I'm more empathetic. Maybe he really doesn't care.
well, even if they have separate beds, if you're in the same room, you're still going to listen to
Yeah.
it.
Well, separate rooms.
Oh, that's just
No,
weird.
so
There's people that live like that.
Yeah, that's
I don't do
my
that,
uncle did
but
that,
like
or did.
because of my job, sometimes I get a lot of phone calls in the middle of the night. I just go to the other room because I don't want to be waking her up.
okay.
Yeah. I think as your relationship matures, it's okay to go to the other room. And for a while, Joe was just not happy with the mattress that I bought. And so
So that's what he
he would sleep on the
legitimately-
couch. He would sleep on the couch and I'd be like, it's
Wait,
your loss, whatever.
it didn't bother
Sleep
you?
on the couch.
It didn't bother you?
Yeah, it would hurt my feelings a little bit, but I didn't tell him anything.
It hurt your feelings because you
Joe,
thought you made.
Joe, you heard Yvette's feelings.
Because, he's supposed to be sleeping next to me and
Yeah.
like pushing me off the bed and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And elbowing me and all the crap that he does. But he wasn't doing that.
Wow. So that's
Sounds like a wrestling match.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like sleep.
That's your dilemma. How long has
Just-
this been going on?
It's been a while. Good while.
Like you don't even
Wow.
remember how long.
Since Joe started gaining weight.
Whoa.
When was that?
Oh, Joe.
It's been a while.
Wow.
Ruben,
Wow. I can't believe
what you got?
just said that.
You're looking at your phone. What you got? What you got?
Oh,
You just
I like
gonna
when
throw
Ruben
that
talks.
out and then
Hold on.
I do have something. And
Go ahead.
now this is entirely another topic.
All right.
So the burning in Hawaii.
Okay.
You guys
Oh,
heard
definitely.
about
We
that?
heard about
yeah, the
it.
space lasers, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is something that's really
It's been
bothering me.
Okay.
Why is it that everything that had the color blue didn't burn?
Okay. So I heard that conspiracy earlier.
I have
It's
not
so
heard that
the people were
conspiracy.
painting their houses blue, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because supposedly something blue fire doesn't
So
shut blue or something?
here's what I know so far from what I've read. So number one, there's straight up pictures where houses that had their roof painted blue didn't get burned. Blue cars didn't burn. if you look at the pictures of the roads aren't even scarred.
Okay.
Did you guys hear about the fuel tanker that burned in Plano a couple of weeks ago?
No, actually.
I think I
did.
saw something, but I don't think I heard about it.
So you know, it burned and it scarred the road pretty bad. I mean, it's
You
got
can
a
see the
little
mark,
bit of-
yeah.
you could see the marks and you could see the scoring on the road. There's none of that in those roads when you look at the pictures. So then I'm starting to look and they're showing this FBI plane, right? It's like a Cessna that could fly at 45,000 feet, 45,000 feet. Yeah, undetected. And they've been
Flying over Hawaii?
flying over Hawaii because they, you know, when you fly, you got to give a flight plan and you got to track the plane. Well, they tracked this Cessna that belongs to the FBI. It doesn't have a code name. Every plane's got a code name.
And this one
But
doesn't.
this one doesn't. It just says unknown.
Uh-huh.
And they say the government or governments or whatever had been working on like lasers and things like that. So certain things, and what the conspiracy is that these lasers can't pick up on certain shades of blue.
Oh.
And so that's why everything burned, but everything that had a shade of blue.
I get you. Okay.
And so now they're putting up these like supposedly dust protectors, right? That so people can't see over what's happening where it got all burned because they're dust protectors. But the conspiracy is that they purposely burned it because the government's going to come in and
Try
take
to
the
use
people's
it.
land. And they're saying that there's already some sort of, well, you know, people are going to get evicted. They're not going to get their land back because now they don't have the paperwork to prove that was their land.
That's what I heard. That's the whole conspiracy that the government is wanting that land. So they had to find a way to get the people out.
Yeah, because it was just like the port side, right? Or like the more
The poor, the
not-
lower income.
Yeah.
maybe not lower income, but like
It
the
was-
people that have been there for a long time.
From
that-
Oprah's house and beyond.
Yeah,
Oprah lives over there?
She's
Yeah.
got
probably.
Dude, they showed all these houses that belong to like big celebrities. They all had their roofs painted blue. None of their houses got affected.
Yeah.
No, so they already knew that could happen?
Oh my God. I'm actually
Now,
kind of
whether-
disappointed that
whether that's true or not,
I
I don't know. But
believe it's true.
different sources
I mean,
are
it-
pointing that out.
So,
It
Ruben,
is-
are you calling yourself an
I th-
ultra carpetarian?
Yeah, I don't know what that.
what is that? Please give us a definition. We see
It's
that.
George
So
on
I-
this podcast.
That was
Ooh.
expressing opinions on
Damn.
matters
That's George.
outside the scope of one's knowledge or expertise. So expressing your opinion on matters that you know nothing about.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
he
Yeah.
just-
well,
he
no,
just-
I know.
she just
'cause
called you that.
No, no.
TikTok showed me.
Wait, exactly.
Oh no,
That's
if
our
TikTok has
research.
it on there, then it's true.
It's
Oh,
true.
wait.
It's absolutely
no,
true.
but
Wait.
there are different sources, news outlets.
There's
that
a red
report it.
roof house that
Blue
didn't burn
roofs.
down. Theory all out the window
Okay,
now.
theory out.
Hey,
There you go.
that's a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on. Like, have y'all heard about the U.S. apparently trying to get into Mexico? You know, to invade.
Yeah, but that's
No.
been,
Yeah,
that's been
they-
the theory for
every Republicans. That's one of their talking points.
See, that's our MO. Our MO is that we go into all these countries, right? And when we start beef with whoever, you know, they talk about when we went to Iraq, right?
Yeah.
Weapons of mass destruction. Then they never found any weapons. I don't think we're a great country. I think the leadership now is more of they're greedy. They're not for the people. And just my opinion, right? Again, I made that disclaimer at the beginning, right? But what I feel we used to stand for
It's just
is
no longer.
no longer.
And do you think how long ago did that stop? Because I feel like it's been for a good while. I mean, it's just
I don't know. I think it's been progressing through.
it's always been a thing, but it feels like it's gotten worse.
Yeah, and I think
that's true.
Yeah, and I think maybe, you know, we always used to, and, you know, for us that used to live in a border town, right? We always just say, oh, yeah, Mexico's so corrupt or whatever. I think every nation, to include us, is corrupt. our nation just happened to have a very finesse way of hiding it.
Okay.
You know,
That's it.
because I don't,
sort
you know,
of.
anytime there's power, there's greed.
Mhm.
So there's no escaping that.
And there never will be because, I mean, the thing with Mexico is just the lithium that they found.
Right. And so then you get into the power thing, and you get into, well, you know, like your school teacher, but if you win the war,
Mhm.
you get to decide the narrative of what happened.
Mhm.
You know, so
You become justice.
If like for example, if you and I get into a fight, which I think something's happening between you two.
I mean,
Okay, whether it happens or not, but let's say you get into a fight with Adrian,
okay.
and your cause is just, but Adrian's wins, and his cause is not just. We're all going to look to Adrian and
As-
his narrative because he won. We're all going to lead into, okay, well, what Adrian said is
True.
pretty true, unless you start, you know, talking to people. No, that's not what went down. Da, da, da. But for the most part, we're all going to get the narrative from the person, the
Who
country
wins.
who won.
Whoever wins becomes justice, basically.
Right.
So,
It's kind of like the Russia and Ukraine deal, right?
Right.
I mean, but in that point, I mean, if Ukraine were to win, okay, we believe that Ukraine is good. But if Russia were to win, would we lean towards that?
No.
No, 'cause
No,
when-
they have a
when-
track record.
They have a track record. Yeah, they have a track record.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know about them, but when you look at our history books, right? You know, we weren't there. There wasn't the social media, the coverage that there is that we keep track of now.
Yeah, no,
Whoever
absolutely.
won, whether they were right or wrong, they get to choose a narrative.
And so when I was teaching fourth grade,
Oh,
several years ago, there was a little girl that came to my class, or she was in my class, and then she was really, really smart. And I was
Okay.
like, okay, y vino de Mexico. She was Mexican.
okay.
So we were talking about the war and things like that. And I was like, so what does Mexico say?
Oh,
What really went down?
What did she say?
But she couldn't tell me.
Why?
And I was like, well, I understand you're only 9. So,
Oh.
but you know, I haven't done the research on what does Mexico say about what really went down between Mexico and Texas or the U.S.
Like the history over there.
Mhm. What does Mexico say?
Oh my god!
Oh, we stole the land.
I'm gonna go home
Right?
and ask them.
Yeah, I mean, remember
You're gonna go home
when
and
we
ask
went to Mexico City and we toured that
The kids.
the castle?
Yep.
Chapultepec.
The
Yes.
angels, the 13 kids.
Yeah.
Los hombres.
Did that
héroes.
break you?
Yeah, hombres héroes.
Yeah.
Did they break you?
Niños.
Huh?
Niños.
Niños.
Niños héroes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
those
they
are
break
those.
me?
Yeah, or
No, it's just
Because there were girls, right?
they have. I mean, he pretty much said it right there. It's like what they tell you over there is much different than
It's
what we show
different.
over here. Over there, they say, you know, we started a war, and that's the narrative. Usually, well, they started it, so we just finished it. You know, that's kind of how it goes.
So from what I remember of that, and I may be wrong. Again, disclaimer. I said it at the beginning.
Fair views.
was that back in the day, Mexico was against slavery.
Mhm.
You know, Mexico had the first Black Mexican president, Vicente Guerrero.
No way.
No, yeah. I want to make
you
sure.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah. So and they said no, you're you know we can't have slavery, and that's what prompted most of
And he wears
what
he wears a makeup.
transpired.
Sorry.
Yeah, Mexico had the first Black president.
you're very progressive.
Luis, does
I mean, I'm not seeing that he's black yet, but I also just pulled it up.
no,
God.
but this is what this is when I looked over there and I saw the picture. What I learned was that he wore a lot of makeup, like heavy fucking makeup to make himself look white,
Oh, really?
Oh
or
yeah,
whiter, whatever.
That's why it doesn't look black right there.
yeah. No.
Well,
When
he
you
looks
look at the
dark
pictures,
shit right
it doesn't. But when you start reading, it tells you. Yeah, he's from he's Black from African descent. He was here in Mexico or was in Mexico.
What happened
And
then?
he was elected.
What happened with Mexico then? Why are we all racist against each other?
Real quick, Vicente Guerrero's dad was Afro-Mexican, while his mother was a native
Joe?
Mexican. So he was a mixed, but for the most part, everyone calls him the first black president.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm just saying Mexico was progressive.
What was your guys' first encounter with racism?
I don't necessarily remember, but my first encounter where I was, someone was racist towards me. Not like my friends where we, will say something stupid, but whenever I worked at Wingstop, I don't know if I've told this story before, but I was a shift manager and I had just walked in to my shift whenever I noticed that
Oh yeah, you did.
yeah, right.
What?
Go on.
The girl at the register was handling a customer, right? So I walked in, did what I had to do to clock in, whatever. Whenever she called me over, she was like, "Hey George, can you help me?" I walked over and I was like, "What's going on?" Apparently she made a mistake to the point where like she overcharged the guy for something that she could have made a bundle and it would have been way cheaper, whatever. So I was like, "Oh well, let me try to fix that real quick." I was like, "Look, we can do this, we can do that, whatever." I give him options. I don't know what ticked him off, but he's like, "You know what? I don't want to do anything." And this guy was black. He was African American. He's like, "You know what? I don't want anything anymore. Give me my money back." I was like, "Fine, that's fine with me, whatever." So he had paid with the credit card, and with the credit card, you have to.
Oh, that. Yeah.
There's a 3-day waiting
There's a
period.
3-day wait.
This was the Leslie episode.
Tim, you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
That's episode
Did
3.
I say it?
2 or 3.
Maybe because y'all were talking about working in restaurants.
Yeah, well, okay, so
Yeah.
it got to the point
Okay.
where he's like, I told him it was a 3-day wait. He's like, "No, I want my money now." I was like, "Well, I can't. You pay with the card."
See the way our bank account's
If you
set.
said it like that, yeah, that'll piss me off.
No.
Pay
No.
with the guy.
Well, I didn't say it that way. The way, I was
Right.
being professional.
Yeah.
I was like, you know
Even
what? Like,
Boston. You live with God.
You pay with the card.
yeah. I just told him, I was like, I can't, it's just 3 days the way the bank works with the credit card, whatever.
So
And,
he was racist against you. How?
So he was like, I don't care. He's like, "No, you're giving my money right now, you dirty Mexican." I'm like, "Okay." All right.
Now
I went
it's-
there.
Now it's 3 to 5 business days.
We're going 4 to 7.
Yeah, he called me a dirty Mexican, and then I was like, "Well, that was unexpected." So I was like, I kept on telling him, I was like, "Look, I can't do anything about it." So like, "You're gonna get your money in your card," and he kept on calling me like racist words, beaner, like wetback, whatever. To the point where I was like, I was like, something snapped. I was like, I clicked the button to open the register, pulled out the money, and I handed it to him. He's like, and then he goes, "I don't want that that money from your dirty hands or whatever." So I threw it on the floor. I was like, "Okay, you can pick it off the floor." He got really pissed. He goes and picks it up, and his kid was with him. He had a kid. He was like 10 or 11. And I said,
George,
"What?
why would you do that in front of a kid?
No, okay." I was like, "Kid," I told this kid, I was like, "I'm
That
sorry
kid.
for your dad. Look, I'm sorry."
No.
What did you do?
No.
What? Okay, what did I do wrong?
Wait, the dad
What
was
did I
You
do
did
wrong?
this in front of a kid?
No, and the dad.
The dad
No,
was calling him
there was a
names that he
kid
shouldn't
There
have
was
been
a
called.
kid there.
You do not.
Okay.
Why not?
Why not?
You do not go there. The kid is watching you.
That's true. You're right.
No, the kid's watching his dad, and his
However-
he already heard his
No, you're
dad
right.
say
And you.
racist shit.
I mean, she's she's right.
No.
He was
Period.
watching me. So you're saying, okay, I gave a bad example?
Yeah.
You're
Well,
right.
Maybe
Yes.
the kid was watching his dad
But did
call you these
Being
names.
the devil's
And
advocate.
then you.
Yeah.
Being
No,
the devil's
no.
advocate, it's not George's responsibility
To
to
parent your
give to
child.
parent that child.
Yeah.
No, I get
no,
it.
it is. It is
No,
no,
it's-
because
because
I'm bad.
it takes a village.
Okay.
Well, that man clearly
okay,
didn't want a
okay,
village.
but I think,
And
but I
so,
think
because your dad is not good enough to be your parent, I'm going to show you what it's like to be responsible in dealing with situations that are like a mess.
I get that.
No. I think
No.
no. I
No.
get the
No.
concept. I get the concept of the village, pero
No.
esos güeyes eran de otro pinche rancho.
No.
So now
I'm raising them motherfuckers.
Look, okay.
What should we do?
Oh my God. You're right. But at that moment, it clicked on me. I was like, I just let loose. I was you know what?
You were young.
I let.
You were young and stupid, George.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Like, why is she trying to?
You weren't wrong.
I wasn't wrong. I
No,
don't
he
think.
was wrong.
I don't think.
Okay, but
If the kid was not there, it would have been right.
No. Wait.
No.
So what do you think,
No.
Luis?
Wait.
What do you think?
Wait.
No.
So I thought it was a
Luis,
kid's
go.
So
Speak.
if this man was so concerned about his child, he wouldn't be saying racist shit in the first place.
No. Who
So
cares
he
about the
was-
man?
Well,
But hold
We're
on.
caring about the child. The child.
He
the
doesn't
child
care about
doesn't
his
know
own
better.
child.
he doesn't care about his own.
right.
He doesn't want
No.
to parent his own child.
No,
what if
that's
the
not
kid-
the problem. The problem is
child.
you,
Okay.
the way you influence that child.
Okay, see,
I was doing
get,
it.
I get what she's saying because
I get it,
Let's say you're the kid, and your dad's calling you these names,
And the kid
because
knows
because
he's
you're
wrong.
a dirty Mexican, whatever, you're stupid Mexican, whatever you said. The kid's like, okay, this is what a stupid Mexican is,
Looks like.
and then you act like one. Then now he's
More like
gonna
a stupid Mexican.
now he's gonna think. Now he's gonna think.
Oh, that's
this is how I act against Mexicans because Mexicans
Or dumb.
respond
Yeah.
like that.
I gotcha.
So if you would have responded with differently,
Hey, I'm
maybe
sorry.
he's like,
this is your
maybe
experience.
my dad's wrong.
Okay.
And I know we're not supposed to follow these kids or whatever, or teach them.
No.
No, it
No,
is.
you're right,
It is
but-
our job. I
it's
don't
not
care.
our job,
I don't
but-
care if you're not a teacher.
Not 100%.
I don't care if you're not a
But
teacher.
he did cross the line though. So
No,
it's kind of
no,
hard.
no.
So
If you're in the moment, it's hard.
let me say
That's
this.
why you
That's what
prepare
she said.
yourself.
This is kind of like the Chewy episode, right?
Yeah.
The message is getting lost because I think Yvette's got a point, and here's where I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
If we are in control of our emotions, right, or are supposed to be, very hard, especially when you're angry. But there's nothing anybody can do, there is people that they can do certain actions, but words shouldn't trigger us.
I got you.
Or
I
at
got you.
least that's the things that I'm learning. Because I used to be a guy that I would go from 1 to 100
Real
in an
quick.
instant, really quick. I mean, I was still doing bar fights at 29 and 31.
Ruben!
I mean, there was one time when I got
Okay,
home.
I was on the bars dancing till 29.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I was 31 and I got home. That one was a great night for me. But
You messed them up.
Well, I messed one of them up, but the rest of them pretty much messed me up.
Okay.
But
Fair enough.
But I've tried to learn that, hey, the reaction, sometimes people are just trying to get a reaction from you, and you have to learn how to turn it. And it's, oh my God, so hard. It's really hard
That's what he
to not.
Damn it.
That's what she said. Not to kind of get into that confrontation. And especially now, right? Back then, not so much, but now, I have a higher title position or whatever, and whatever I do outside of work.
Oh, so you think you're more better?
I'm mucho more better. no, but in all seriousness, how we react and how we approach things is how it's going to come back to us.
That's true.
So, but again, it is extremely difficult. Notice I didn't use hard anymore.
I was waiting.
To just harness and not react, because that's the way we've been.
Yeah.
Kind of like, even when we were growing up, los jefes nos decían, hey, no dejes que nadie te haga algo. Tú no estás en la madre, or whatever, right?
Yeah, if you're going to get a fight.
So it was always, there's always that's been recorded in us that, hey, you know what? Don't let nobody disrespect you, At the end of the day, if somebody tells you, chinga tu madre. Gracias, güey, por recordármelo.
Yeah, so there's two things there. Okay. So
I mean,
I would tell Olivia, punch them in the face,
Okay.
right? If they're messing with you, punch them in the face, because Olivia doesn't look for fights, right? Olivia's my daughter,
They come to.
Joe's daughter. Y'all know
Adrian, do
Joe.
you agree?
Okay,
They come to her.
I would tell her that, right?
Yeah.
But the other thing is,
Oh my God.
you got to teach your kid that skill of
Fighting?
no,
How to
not
Control.
roll with
No.
it.
No, how to. The other kid doesn't have the skill of reacting properly,
Oh, okay. I understand.
right? So you have to teach that versus like, okay, so yeah. So my first instinct is, Olivia, beat their ass, right? That's my first instinct. And that was your first instinct.
No.
Yeah. Like, yeah. You threw the money on the floor. Fuck you.
I was
it
called
built
so many
there.
things before that.
No. But
I kept it professional.
okay,
I
your
kept
third instinct
it fourth.
was,
Let's go.
okay. Throw the money on the floor.
I was just, we were about to like,
I think,
we were
I
gonna
think he
end
got
the
to
whole,
the, I think he got to the point
Frustrated.
where it was like,
The fact that he
I already
got to
did
the
what I
point to
had
where
to
he
do.
was getting the money out of the register, because at this point that guy got paid twice. He got
was- he
refunded
got paid
twice.
twice.
okay. So George,
Monday.
you shouldn't have you should.
If I would have not given them the money, he would have stayed there. We've had a whole other problem.
And that's it. That's his problem.
whole ass.
I'm sorry.
This is true. You're right. I shouldn't have given the money. But at that point, I had just walked in. I was
Great start.
I
You're
was
right. He had just walked in.
I just walked in. I was having a great day. And
You
this
had
guy
just won like a FIFA soccer tournament online.
I don't know what I was doing before. I don't know. I was just listening to music and I remember this. I was like, I was good. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a good day. Here at
yeah,
work. I hate Wingstop, but I'm gonna have a good day.
3 days before you
I was,
fucking
no,
be
in my
here.
head, I'm like, I'm gonna walk in, grab some boneless wings, throw them in there, cook them.
Nuggets.
Chicken
Yeah,
nuggets.
chicken nuggets.
Throw them in there, cook them real quick, make my little sauce that I like to make, eat, and then get to work and everything. I was like, and then that happens.
Okay. So the thing is, there should have been a point where you just should have listened and said, "Okay, sir,
Or just let him talk.
I was listening.
He'll get
Say-
tired and then be.
Oh,
I'm
so-
sorry. I'm sorry. Your credit card will get refunded in 3 to 5 business days.
Right?
That's all I can do.
You can't do anything. You're right.
Period."
Mhm.
And then he can just keep talking. Thank you, sir. That's all I can do. I don't have the power to
Yeah.
do that. I'm just shift manager.
The whole,
That's it.
the whole.
I just work
They
here.
make anybody.
I just work
manager.
here. I just work
here.
I'm just- I just know how to open the register.
They,
You should not have gone there and then showed the child
I think that
your bad side.
So the child, is that the thing that gets to you, like that you? What if the child was not there? Is that something that would have?
No,
been
yeah,
okay?
like you should just not have gone
Because I
there.
let my emotions control me in that sense.
But what makes it worse is that the child was there.
It's difficult.
Dad brought
Yeah,
the child.
I mean, it was hard.
You don't do
I'm not
that to
gonna say-
children.
You,
Yeah,
No,
to
you
kids.
don't do that to kids.
What was it?
What do you mean?
He threw the.
It was hard?
Difficult.
Let's use big words, George.
It was difficult.
Big. That's what she said.
Oh,
I threw that after that. I mean, I told the guy. He asked me for my name. I told him Pablo, and I told him have a good
Really?
life. Whatever. He walked out. He never came back.
Yeah.
And then I
I
went to the
wouldn't go
back and
back.
I was like, you know what? I need to.
And then you
like,
cried?
Let me. I don't know. I wanted to like throw something.
I'm gonna take it back to because you were called names. You were called racial names, but I've never been called anything, and I don't ever like if someone
You're
says,
white passing.
"Oh, people call me Beaner. People do this." I can't even relate.
I've never. That was
Your
the
white
only
privilege is showing.
time
White
in my
privilege.
life.
But
Wow.
we're all white. We're all white.
I don't know. Standing next to
According
you.
to the list that we have to check off, ethnicity. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all white. I don't even feel like that even.
And I'm telling you, that's the only time it's ever happened to me.
I got a question for you.
No.
When
I
was
wasn't
Ruben.
raised-
when was the last time? Did you have to say something?
No, I was gonna fucking poke fun. And be
Oh.
like, when did you realize you had white privilege?
Wait, what? Not yet, apparently.
You don't have to answer that.
Oh, he's asking you.
When was the last? Oh, she's asking her.
What do you mean?
When was the last time?
I don't have white privilege.
All the things you said were. Never mind.
I don't relate to any of the racial stuff. I just don't.
Okay.
When was the last time you checked up on people? Like old friends from
Oh, back in
a
high
long
school.
time ago. Have you? Okay, I found myself doing this a couple of years ago,
Like my
and I just remembered.
Whoa.
Like I just started scrolling through my phone and seeing names, like,
Realizing you
friends.
had their number and you were like, oh shit.
Yeah, like friends, that I used to hang out with or talk to a lot, but because of time and growing up and
Really? I go through it. I'm like, delete.
really.
I mean,
Have you ever done that?
Yeah,
Or, like,
I
checked
miss
up
my
on
friend.
people?
I miss my friend Dina. Dina, shout out to Dina in
What
Washington.
up, Dina?
Does she listen?
No,
Ching.
no, but I will
Does
tell her
she-
to listen to a minute, like
FTP.
towards the end of the.
1
No, no, no,
hour,
what-
35
what?
minutes.
the whole thing. Anyways,
I'm sorry, what?
Listen to the
listen
whole
to the
No,
whole
no, no.
thing.
Okay,
Oh,
have you
yeah.
called her recently?
No, but you know what? She's the kind of person that she was my best friend in high school.
Yeah, I remember.
She moved, right? And if I see her right now, we're just gonna pick right back up.
Yeah.
And she's just as stupid as I am. And we're gonna giggle and laugh and whatever.
Yeah.
But I was just looking her up and I was like, how's she doing in life? And
You start remembering and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of what I
yeah.
did with, like, when I was scrolling and I would see a friend's name and I'm like, man, would it be weird if I just called him? Or, and then I was like, fuck it. I would just call and I'm like, hey, what's up? And the conversation just goes. Like,
Who
it just
dis?
starts going.
who it is wrong number?
Yeah, who's this? No, but it just goes. And
Wait,
then,
who was this? Jonathan?
Who?
Your friend?
is
You had a
that?
friend named Jonathan?
No.
Down
Who
the
is it?
street from Gladys's house.
Dang.
Wasn't there a Jonathan?
Oh.
It's funny you mentioned that because
Okay, go.
so for example, for me, I used to be the guy that called everybody until one day I said, you know what?
I'm not gonna call.
I'm always the one that's calling,
You stop.
and I stopped calling.
Yeah.
And when I
Okay.
stopped calling,
And I'm not saying like,
Did they start calling?
no,
and I'm not saying like
Not
all the
everybody.
time. I'm just saying like, they probably haven't gotten to that point, to where they scroll through their phone, or maybe they have, but whatever.
They don't have
I'm
like.
not saying, rekindle something. I'm just saying, it's
Just checking
It's-
in.
Did it bother you
just
that they didn't
checking
answer, or they weren't checking up on you now?
It kind of bothered me because there was a time frame between like 2010 and 2015 where I was going through a rough patch and medical issues and whatnot, and I was just like, damn, ain't nobody calling. There was maybe 2 or 3 people that called.
Yeah.
Dude, how you doing? What's going on? I'm good. We're going through this, that, and the other. But then the other people they stopped calling, and then I said, you know what? Maybe that's the sign. The sign is
To drop them, or
yeah. I mean, I was just like, well, wait a minute. I'm the one that's always just reaching out or whatever, and I wanted to know if it was going to reciprocate. So I just stopped. And then I was just like, okay, well, whenever they want to call me, okay, that's fine. I'll answer, but I'm not putting forth the effort.
yeah.
It's weird because I feel like, for example, me, I have old friends that I sometimes message, or it's reversed because they're the ones messaging me, checking up, I guess. To me, I'm one of those that like I had good friends, but I don't know. I think I'm the type to not get attached or to like be
So-
able to drop.
Ruben, I'm going to go there.
Not you, Luis.
So I did walk out for a tiny bit, but I did catch the last
The
part
beginning.
where you're like, screw it. Forget them, That's what I understood, right? So there are some people, okay, for example, my friend Dina, right?
Dina.
I will never be like, forget you, because you have that understanding
Right.
that we live hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles away. I don't think it's thousands. Okay, Washington D.C.
We don't know what
Washington
we're
D.C.
checking.
to Texas. Okay, but you have that understanding where
Right.
you know that you can just pick back up
Right.
with that person.
Yeah, I got a
and you know
couple
that
friends
they
with
are
them.
just busy.
Right.
Right.
Life
You
gets in the
won't
way.
You won't. Yeah. You won't just let them go, but you do know
It is 1,328 miles.
1,000 miles.
Barely.
Okay. I'm getting ready to visit her soon. I think I miss her. But anyway, but then there are the people that you realize that the relationship you had was like, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
It's time to
move
drop.
on.
Okay,
It
gotcha.
wasn't that real. Like, it's time to
It
move
was
on.
real
We're
at
different
that
now.
point. Yeah.
But there's just some friends that you're just like, even though you haven't talked to them in like 3 years, you can just pick right back up.
No, you're right. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
And Dina, for
Right.
me, is one of those people. And Dana,
Dina, you better start listening
Dina
for real.
and
Dana lives in like fate.
Now I'll tell you what.
Roy City. Dana,
What?
she knits. You know, it's okay. Knitting
She
gets in
knits.
the way.
Now I'll tell you
But
what.
they're
Like
my
my
real
sister
friends.
knits.
you know,
Yeah.
like you speak about friends and sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes, if I'm feeling like in a good mood, I'll release prisoners. Like like people that got blocked on Facebook.
I was
like,
like,
you know what?
What?
I'm gonna pardon them.
Doing
And
prison breaks?
I'm gonna release some prisoners.
Hey, you know what? Now that I think about it, I want to know if Joe has anyone like that he's blocked.
I'm sure he does.
Alfredo?
I have no idea.
I don't know about block.
His
but
baby mama? I'm just kidding. She probably listens.
She
She's cool.
does
She's
listen.
cool. She's cool. She's cool.
Shots.
But everybody talked crap about baby mamas.
What? No.
Everybody talks crap about baby mamas.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of baby mamas,
Uh-oh.
Are we?
so for the baby mamas out there, and that they got their boyfriend that's broke and whatnot, that these clowns are broke. I don't understand. I don't
You don't need
understand
them.
how they can't pay child support. The average or yearly income for a clown is about $45,000
Oh my
a year.
God.
So I don't know where these clowns are, why, but they should be able to pay child support.
Okay,
I'm just
speaking to
saying.
that, I was actually listening to NPR for once in my
Dude,
life today.
it's actually pretty good. Well,
Today.
You don't like listening to NPR? Their voices.
It's just random
All right,
people.
of all of y'all, George is the last one I expected to listen to NPR. So what?
Wow.
I listen to
Wow.
NPR.
I love you, George.
I don't even know what that is, so I'm going to start listening because I feel like I'm dumb.
National Public Radio.
Okay.
It's kind of like a PBS. It's
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 exactly
related
like
to
that.
them.
It's like
Yeah.
a grown-up PBS.
Okay.
CNN.
Okay.
it's more like,
without the razzle dazzle.
PBS.
Yeah.
Okay,
PBS.
gotcha.
They were talking about how work, like people are there's dang it, I forgot.
Come
Because,
on.
where am I at on this bottle?
How many the cups have you had? Like 3 or 2?
I don't know.
I think it's
One.
only been
George,
2.
why are you keeping count?
I'm not keeping
That's the
count. I'm
first
just making
one.
sure
What
you're
are you
okay.
even drinking?
I mean,
Nothing.
because I don't have any more. I finished them.
Okay.
Anyway.
So
My stash is like empty.
the work deal or whatever, it's getting better, right? Okay, so you start thinking about Biden, the workforce, blah, blah, blah.
Unemployment's at 3.5%.
But then I'm like, before COVID,
Pinchy COVID.
before
I
COVID,
hate that bitch.
we never had, or I didn't hear about, like a shortage of
Anything?
A shortage of teachers, a shortage of construction workers, a shortage of whatever workers. I never did. Where the hell did all those people go?
Well, a lot of
Well,
people died during
COVID happened.
COVID.
Yeah, I was
No. They didn't die. No, not that many people died.
No, so I've
Where
looked
the hell
into
did
this,
those people go?
and a lot of it I've seen is like all these people got sent home, and either they worked from home or they didn't
They're
work
still
at all.
working.
No, that's
But
the thing.
a lot of
It's a
these
mixture
people were
of
like,
things.
we don't want to come back to this job whenever I figured out something I can do. From
You
the
learned
comfort of
in
my
the
own
skills.
home.
Like they
But
reanalyzed their
no.
life.
Yeah.
That company that can now house people that work from home, right?
They just don't want to.
Okay, no. So say I'm AT&T, and I can have people that work from home
Mhm.
Right.
versus housing them in my building doing customer service or whatever, right?
I think
you
that's
still
smart.
have the same number of people working from home rather than at the office.
Well, then you also have a lot of
Sort
people
of.
that realize the company that they were working for didn't treat them.
So they
Yeah.
moved somewhere else, but then someone else came in and said, hey, I was working at McDonald's, but now I have computation skills or now I have whatever skills and I can now do this other job,
Yeah.
right? With
I think
more
that's
skills.
what happened. Yeah.
But no,
that's-
where do those still there's no balance. Like we have lost balance. What happened?
So
Well,
I'm
it's,
not
a
understanding
mixture,
that.
it's a lot of mixture of things. I think it's that there was a lot more options that opened up with COVID. I think
Also,
Not
For
having-
example,
not having to go to the office,
remote
so-
work.
but the office created
remote
that.
work.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
but I
more
think remote-
data
the search
engineering
for
jobs
remote-
and stuff.
Yeah, the search for
And then-
remote jobs were like,
And I mean, for
But the
construction,
job was still there though.
Well,
The
it also
job
gave
still
an
had to be
opportunity.
done.
well,
It also gave an opportunity for people to reanalyze their life. Am I really happy where I am?
that's true.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
some
that-
people started
a
doing
lot of that
online-
happened.
Yeah,
a lot of that happened.
I
But
didn't-
there's a lot
I
of
didn't get a chance.
people that shifted, right? But a lot of other people shifted their mentality to be like, okay, well, maybe I need this,
Yeah.
right? So the shift just should all just like,
Like shifting around to fill in those spots that you're saying?
yeah.
I mean, one of the biggest ones that you see it in is servers, where all the restaurants suddenly were having to put signs saying we're closed today because no one wants to work. No, you
Right.
just don't treat us well enough, so we don't
They're
want to work.
underpaid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
I think
underpaid.
that happened.
No, they're
So there was that.
See, you're the problem.
Are you serious?
But yeah, so
Well,
a lot of people were like,
I do have
"We
their
don't
job
wanna
for
work there."
them.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. But anyways,
We can come back to that. Circle around. Leslie, we can circle around to
the-
this. And I can,
don't do that to her.
We are the only country that tips.
Leslie,
no,
I got you.
We're not. Mexico expects a tip. They're like,
No.
they hold their hand out.
hold on.
I don't know
No,
where
no,
you're
no, no, no.
going.
Hold on, dog. I'm gonna stop you right there. When did that happen to you? Because in Mexico, they asked me not to tip.
Yeah.
No.
They asked me.
They expect a tip
Well, thanks to us.
to the tourism.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I mean,
So you cannot stop me right there.
I tipped them. I tipped them, but I had times where they're like, no. And I was like, okay, this is weird.
I don't know where you're going because I've never been turned down.
I don't know. It was weird. It was weird to me too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess it was just the random places I went to, right?
They're thankful for it. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
thankful for it. But they do expect a tip, a better tip than
Then okay,
than a
because you're a
national-
tourist.
Than a national.
Because you're a tourist.
Yeah.
Or should you, because you're a tourist, not leave a better tip?
No.
I mean,
No, because the rate there is what it is. That goes back to the
Yesterday's?
Bezos,
yes,
the
exactly.
Amazon shit that
Exactly.
y'all might have, which I haven't gone to, but I overheard another conversation.
I'm just saying the rate
You
is
heard
at
Joe cussing.
people out. Okay,
Right.
so
I would exploit the shit out of people. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's. I'm sorry.
Okay, but I feel like we are one of the only countries that tips. Or I don't.
I mean, yeah, it's more popular tipping here than anywhere else.
Yeah, because in Spain, whenever I went, I didn't. I think
I've
I tipped.
heard.
I don't remember.
I've heard that overseas they kind of like are like, no,
They expect less of a tip if you want a tip.
yeah, or they don't. You know, they don't expect it at all. But then you get a lot of travelers, and it's like now they're probably expecting. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like Leslie's gonna about to.
I don't know, but I feel like Ruben has something else he wants to talk about besides this.
Yeah, I
Do you
didn't.
not like tipping? Do you
No.
tip, Ruben?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I make sure, you know. So I worked in a restaurant for 1 week. 1 week.
Why 1
That's all it took. This ain't for me. You know,
Yeah.
because first it was like the dishes, you never get done with the dishes. And it's just like that movie Waiting where they finish cleaning everything. And that one guy comes in ordering something after you cleaned everything. And that happened to me. And so I knew that I never
Okay,
wanted
time
to be a
out.
restaurant.
Time the F out. This is what happens in our daily lives, guys.
I literally
What happens in the
do
daily lives?
dishes
What?
every
Your
day.
freaking moms, your wives
Do your dishes?
do the dishes, they clean the house, and then all of a sudden, you want to decide you want to take a shower and throw the fourth shower in the day and throw your dirty clothes in the hamper.
Who are we
Is
talking
this-
about here?
Are we talking
Joe?
about Fredo?
Yeah.
Hey, before we wrap it up, Bob Barker passed
Oh
away.
my God, Bob
Bob
Barker.
Barker.
At 99.
At 99. Then you over
Hey, don't go there.
Don't go over the dollar thing.
Don't go there. It's too soon, y'all.
I didn't even hear the joke,
But he
I,
made it to the showcase.
I understood.
We made it to the
He
showcase.
made it to the showcase.
right.
No, Bob Barker. That was. I actually really liked him.
One last
I like
thing.
watching that.
Also,
Happy
he was
birthday.
Native American.
Happy birthday to my daughter.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy
14.
birthday.
14.
She's turning 14. I'm actually mad that y'all canceled the party.
You did?
I don't know.
Yes, Gladys. And I was like,
Gladys.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, hey, I wanted to say this because, you know, I was supposed to be here for like the 1 year anniversary. It was close to my birthday.
Tell him.
So
Wait,
I was
Ruben, when was your birthday?
I'm
back
sorry.
in July.
Happy birthday.
July the...
Happy
July
birthday.
17th. But
Happy birthday, everybody.
so I wanted to say that.
Ruben. That was my ex-boyfriend's birthday.
God,
Oh, Fredo.
Pinche chingazo Alfredo otra vez.
So,
Okay,
so
I will never forget
I was
your
going to
birthday.
come in here and say back then, but you know, since it's not on my birthday, I wanted to tell people that for Christmas, I wear a size kilo in cocaine. So,
Damn.
you know, if you want to send it to me, I'm at RA Moreno 75.
I feel like you need to do some merch, Ruben.
Merch for
I don't know. Everybody does merch. La Familia does merch.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday, baby. That's it.
Yeah, very good. Thanks. Thanks for coming on, Ruben. Hey,
Love you, hate God.
what'd you say?
I hate God.